So in this way, just with full devotion, supplicating and doing practice, important. So today, just you have offered all these lamps and also flowers. Thank you very much. So relating with the Dharma practice, that whatever just offerings or just one could do carry through the practice of accumulating merit or purification, that does not really exhaust anything. When you have more accumulation of merit, that which helps or become cause that can develop or increase your wealth and material belongings, and also that to develop one's experiences and realizations. And any time that whatever we make any kind of offering, one should not have that attachment. So if there is the sense of the miserliness, then the making offering is also not much meaningful. Especially that just thinking of like to show off making offerings. So making these lamp offerings, that which is symbolizing to purify all the ignorance, obscurations. And also it just helps and have that kind of symbolic thing, that which just increase one's longevity of life, and also to pacify sickness. And also in the intermediate stage, that where one could also help the result of being making offering of lamp, where you can see more light. And then according to the Dzogchen practices, that which also symbolize that how your inside the wisdom, how it develops and increases. So like in Tibet, when those peoples, when they have problems that their business is not good or something is just always problem, obstacle, then they do lamp offerings like thousands and just many hundreds. And for the, just as they are holy people, so that's why just thinking for the, temporary happiness and temporary benefit, according to that, they do all this, offering, and also they do get some benefit. And then here, of course, we as following the Mayan path by, generating bodhicitta, and then thinking to benefit, all sentient beings, through which, all sentient beings, their ignorance of darkness that may got purified through the just light of the wisdom.
Tarvado Tanti Chamber Drubi Chet, so Dijon Karachena, Jiten Ninaji, and Panjo Ronset and the Manga Kuku.
So whatever sorts of accumulation merit and purification and practice we do to liberate ourselves from the samsara and then also to attain enlightenment, then as a side effect or side benefit that one could do just the relative world, all those material belongings naturally increase.
Sentient Tamti down the sunny, so device on Chemena, Metolas of a paper, las of a corner of Wompina, I did not the son of Chile, Ron Society, neck of the Rankuking, Manga Kiki.
So to benefit all sentient beings, for that purpose to accumulate merit, and then making all these offerings such as lamps or flowers or incense or any other thing. In that way, just when we think for a bigger picture of benefiting all sentient beings, then individual benefits that naturally it will happen.
Nekaji danger of Banjo, some of Tony Pina, Nekaji Tensi and Ruta Mandus and Jiramado, Tatuki Devad, Dugumaros.
And with the kind of temporary benefit, with that kind of intention, even one do that making all this offering, maybe one can get a little bit of benefit, but there is no way one can have ultimate benefit. And when you when you just shape your hair, then all your mustaches, everything goes together.
The 10 years, Tantichin Vietnam to become Java and the Juna, Jitem to Java, the youngest.
So similar like that, when you just mainly concentrate for ultimate realization, enlightenment, then of course one can the worldly benefits naturally one could achieve.
Then Medoin of Pema, some of the Chepapina, Pesanum Chimoris.
And also the flowers, with the thinking and understanding, if one make, that the offering, it is accumulating lots of merit. And it is also explained that one single flower and one single lamp the benefits are same. So in this way, for making offering that just not to increase one's ego, but just to make all this offering, then even one's house and places where you put flower and whatever that grows, just thinking for making offering in general, then it is just useful.
Gadi John Roy, your Nubi, your Gadijong, Concho Majepageni, and Chepa the Portuna. This is Ronku, you are the son of the Togi, and son of Nugiaris. So in your everyday lifetime, that whenever you are just walking or going somewhere or just doing anything, not forgetting the triple gem, and then concentrating to make all this kind of just offering, that way just oneself also can accumulate merit. And not children a bit don't yabo come to Lopasatian. On the others on the Khenchen stage the Pagan, they're going to chase on that, then the bad doggers. So, for example, like you see a very beautiful lake, then instead of having attachment on it, then one thing, oh, this is a beautiful clean lake, I want to make offering to all the triple gem, so that way one can accumulate merit. Methodi garden that Pema method yabo going to some chess some sandwich gentleman
And even you just were, somewhere near, very beautiful gardens, then instantly just, think, oh, I make all this, offering to all the triple gem. So similar like that, all these kind of beautiful trees or beautiful, hills and beautiful, this green grass meadows that as you see, you think, oh, these are beautiful. Then instantly, then again think of, just to offer to, all the triple gems.
Kalanda, Kimbo Yabotuna, Kala Hindu Druanji, Khenchen Tsewang, or Drubwang over years, but daily, going to some chairs on the sun. There would be patchy.
So, similar like that, even just, when you are eating, some kind of food and where you think, oh, this is delicious, very tasty, and then not to have just, attachment, just instantly still think, oh, I just make offering to all the triple gems. And even you just, buy new clothes, and then first you just make offering to triple gem, and then after that, you can wear it, also just, useful. So, every time when you are just eating, drinking, that if you can make that, offering, just chanting to make offering to all the, triple gem, even you cannot just really chant the verses, but at least you can think in your mind, heart, I just make offering, then still it's okay. Or thinking that I make this offering to just, all the triple gem, not necessarily you have to just, raise it up, just think in your mind. So that if you just lift it up and then, just kind of just making all this offering, then even people look also, that looks funny. So everything is just, mind, how you think and how you just project. So it is all, everything that Dharma teaching is how you train your mind, how you can just tame your mind, how you can, that mind, can be just mingled or mixed together with the Dharma, even just, where you are walking or going or sleeping, even sleeping time also one can think, there is the, just all the Buddha Dharma Sangha. These, triple gems, that they are not staying there without getting any food or clothing. So in case, just if even they are waiting for, some food or clothing, what we can just really make, tiny bit of that offering.
In a set of one and we punch your leg, you punch that the says did it. Tournament, nothing, now the Jurgen Savi Consotella, Nati Cheba did the Pema, take it 2 years in.
So these, all these, enlightened beings and all the triple gem, in a sense that, that for them, a piece of just, just the donkey food or a gold, that there is no any difference. So in that way, just they really don't need any kind of food or clothing or anything. It is just how we make that offering to just, accumulate the merit. They really don't just, care, or they don't really just have any attachment or, anger if it's not been offered.
Raronso the source about no your Sakyo, Tungo, Kadijong, gave out 총 예발 매자선들 가디 좀 산노 동지를 개침 버려.
So in this way, just to accumulate merit for oneself, every time just just going or working or eating or doing something, that not to just ignore even that a tiny merit or virtues that one need to just concentrate in that way.
나로도 센체서 랭은 말이지. 배나 메토나 티 쳇바지 부노. 메토는 제보 야본데 배마세나 야나 야본에서 괜찮아 그 찌마도 히네 대바세야도 뭐하면서 특으면
And that we, in a way, all these sentient beings are just kind of very obscured by our negative karmas. That, for example, even we see a piece of flower, and then this is so beautiful, and then put somewhere just thinking, make it just kind of decoration. We don't know how to just just do actual offering and with the devotion.
메톤라 부 따버데서 메톤라 야그러 되나 더지 론스 제치 나고 근데 대마선 바지다 그게 야그러 얘는 그쇼는 상고 동건 최선비 그 농지 또 선은 파데 팽이래.
Even just many of us in our just houses we used to put all these kind of flowers, so that not as part of decoration, but always just think, oh, I make offering to all the tribal gems. So thinking in that way, you are just benefiting something.
망아서 좀 맹 고리 레트리트 드라이빙이 적합지랬어.
One time, in the past, that there is one person called, Joe Ben, who is doing a retreat. And then one day, just he's doing his practice there, and then he saw that whole bunch of his disciples were coming there.
Pema Pema say abosi chepaton pe abosi jambe di konida to the chemboche de toma abosi cheme do be do jiancha tanti hyamsi gyures.
Clean up his room, and then make all this offering, just water offerings, incense, flower, everything, just try to look it nice. And then after that he sit down, and then he started thinking, why I just do all this kind of making this offering. And then when he checked his intention, then it is just because whole bunch of his disciples, the sponsors, they are coming, and for that just he prepared it that which looks nice. And then instantly, to just to subdue his that bad intention, then he just hold one handful of just ash, and then through all the just offering, don't have all this kind of attachment. And then there is another great yogi master who was just practicing somewhere, and then he just knew that, and he said, oh, just among the offering that Joe Ben's like a handful of that ash scattering was the best offering. That is just because, he tried to get rid of his negative intention, that to subdue all the afflicted mind. It is not just because of that, the ash. So that, every time we try to work on our mind, that how we can just tame or subdue all this afflicted mind. So as a practitioner, it is our responsibility how we can just reduce or just control over all this afflicted mind.
Lama yedon kando denole chepa kaseti pule ronso to chiyong tapa nyangsu len nyamo ba mariba ki nyangsu lena ko number 2 ji tere ma chepa ki 2 ji ya se mise maris.
So that all these 3 deities in front of them, how much all different kinds of offerings we could just make, we do. The more important and best offering is that if we do our practice properly and try to just really get rid of our afflicted mind, and that is the just the best way can that please all the 3 deities.
Sanjiji salam tembo ya pese vi gonza sanjiji Rinpoche ri kare gyena naso tuna gonle sanjiji sanjiji tumdi yare ma to beto kan gyema.
All those great masters who are on just high level of realization, then they really don't need anything that whatever they really want to have, they can just get from anywhere in the space or something. So everything is accomplished.
Ngaroton lam drubika so sanam da de method de lansam yom meto yom tu yemare ma to sanam koron sanam tembo gene yando sadi.
And when we are just applying on the path, just practicing, then everything seems just kind of difficult to just accomplish with anything. But once that once realization reach into certain level, and then have all this actual realization, then nothing is very difficult. So they are just overpowered on the which is known as the space treasure from the space. They can get anything.
Lama to jido me mamboji sata rimbo nima be sepak dungsa jine sun then ma meso jin lame hyotung imbe sun.
So one time that there was a just a great master lama, and then a whole bunch of his just people that they were just traveling, and then that day was very hot, and then they just stopped somewhere to just have rest, and then the lama asked, do anybody want to have some yogurt? And they looked, here and there is no any yogurt at all. But anyhow, they said, yeah, we'd like to have some yogurt. And then just he asked, just bring your hands here, and then he have just kapala with him, and then he just like this and pour yogurt to everybody, and they all are just satisfied with the yogurt. So those who are just having all this actualization with the realization of this space treasure, they can get anything.
Lama to jig Zambas Persian Zambas Zambas in the night, Zambas in the night. This Zamban Zambeta Zambas on the daily, I see cats out soon, we're not just into this. So that one Lama Tuptop just he have this eating the Tibetan food, the tsamba, and then he put little bit tsamba here and little bit tsamba here, and then
Then he have this just samba, eating, and then he dip here a little bit, and then he eat, and then say, oh, this is very hot, and just kind of sweating. And they all thought just, this Lama is just making things. And then Lama also just, gave some this, samba pa and dip there and gave it to somebody.
And
then he really tastes that it is just very salty and also very hot, lots of chili. He cannot just bear it. And all these great Lama Bodhisattvas, whatever they just just think in or give rise to anything, that it happens in that way.
Guru Rinpoche go Tomar Lotan did Ser Mombo if you say the Jagar dependent church on the Torgarvas.
And even like all this, the Tibetan ministers who brought all this gold to offer to Guru Pema Sambhava, and when they met, then they offered, and then Guru Pema Sambhava just scattered all those, gold towards India, just making offering to the great Indian scholars, Panditas.
Lota Tenagi, when I had the Payan Masajibal said the Kur. The Jarboji said in Atola says, Nasu Pekanga, Petola says, tennis.
So these, the translators and then the, ministers, they thought, oh, we just brought this, gold all the way from Tibet to Nepal, just very, just hardworking and just to make, offering to Guru Pema Sambhava. And now this, just scattered, everywhere, just kind of, really he wasted the gold. So instantly Guru Rinpoche just realized, and then he said, if you like just like to have gold, then bring your bags, just he asked to hold it. And then when they bring some kind of just container, then he put that sand full of them.
Then Shema Karishet and the Inata, Popper Mare Kushi, Shema Kushi owners.
So then they thought, what we can do with this is stones and sands. But anyway, they could not just throw it away. So anyway, they just carry it. And then after a while, just this becoming kind of more heavier. And then they just opened and looked, everything is gold. So all those, the great bodhisattvas or realized beings that just they are, that they could have anything, whatever they wish from the, treasure of the space. But we, just to accumulate merit, and then for that purpose, we just need to do all these kind of offerings. And that way, we can just, have all those accumulations of merit. And we in Tibet, just in Palyul, there is a place called named Tomdar. And there is just a big family. And they have almost like 2,000 cattle. They are supposed to be very rich. So when that that chairman Mao, the cultural revolution started in Tibet, then just he took off all the cattle and just distributed to all other people, and those family he put him into prison, and then they just died in prison. And these family that when they have their own independence, they just do lots of offering to all the temples and sanghas, all different kinds of just offerings. And then later on, those who are, they are just children, and then they release from the, prison, and then whatever they could get, some share, maybe 2-3, just cattle, and given to them. Just the more, the majority number, like thousands of other cattle were just taken by the communists. Actually, it is like for like one person that and one family got almost like 30-40 cattle. And then they just take care of these few cattle, and then just they could get lots of milk, and they got just a good benefit from them. Like in Tibet, that these cattle that could have just calves, maybe like twice in a just once in 2 years. But these they could have these cattle just give birth to calves every year. Sometimes some animal give just birth to 2 calves. And in that way, just within about just 5-6 years, then again that they naturally multiply all their cattle about like hundreds or 200s. Then again that the communists, they just took it all those cattle from them, and then again it scattered to other people. And they did that 3 times, but however still they just kind of naturally accumulates all these cattle. So these days, then their cattle were not taken and does not distribute. So now again they have lots of them. And so that is what all their children, they believe that it is because of their parents just doing lots of purification, and every time making all different offerings and accumulation of merit. Because of that they could naturally have all these good lucks. So in this way, just as to carry through these practices, and then whatever just offerings we just try to do without any the sense of miterness or stinginess, and then offer it with a pure intention, and then also just dedicate for all being, then that will just naturally increase all the merit. It will not get exhaust anything. So today you have did all this offering, so we can do all this dedication for all beings.
Well, thank you.
So now this second year Dzogchen classes have teaching, and the rest all can go for your practice.
Yeah.